weekly live lounge. Today's session is all about getting out of the fog, that fear, obligation, guilt, all of that. You can control your own mindset. And it's that fear of failure that people have. It's reframing that failure into learning. Lifelong learning is okay. It's okay to start learning at any point. I learn every single day. Putting yourself into situations where you're slightly uncomfortable, but in doing so, that's how you learn. Taking those small steps outside of your comfort zone. And that helps to build resilience. And in building resilience, builds your confidence. And the more you do that, the more often you'll be able to say yes to things that feel slightly uncomfortable. And it's also practicing that self-compassion. Having grace with yourself. It's okay to learn. It's okay to mess up. It's okay, as long as you're failing forward. True failure is only when you quit. As long as you keep going, you keep trying. At the moment the Olympics are out, and it's amazing. You know, they have to go through so many qualifiers just to get to that final moment where they're going for gold, silver, bronze. And you know what? Sometimes they fall, but they get back up again. They learn. They look at what their competition are doing. They go, you know what? Okay, I need to switch my mindset, or I need to try things differently, or I need to do this, or need to tweak that. And it's amazing. I find it so inspiring. And it's focusing on the effort, not just the outcome. Yes, of course, they all want to reach gold. But at the same time, they're focusing on the effort they're putting into that moment. And they're setting themselves goals. Some are realistic. Some are huge grand visions, like winning gold in the Olympics in 2026 in Italy. Amazing. But it's also having to challenge that negative self-talk. They've got to go through that time and time again as they try and better themselves, as they try and reach the podium. So gradually exposing yourself to potential setbacks helps you realize that things are manageable, breaking things down into those smaller pieces. We had a chat yesterday with one of our executives, and it was all about, Elevate the Executives is one of our programs. And he was talking about this huge project he's got going on at work, but it was breaking it down into manageable pieces. And in doing that, then you shift the fear of failure, you shift the fear of not being able to reach those targets, because you're setting those things into smart targets. The real, the measurable, and they're achievable, and they're manageable. So think about that in your business, and in your personal life, in your professional life. Those mindset shifts that you need to make. Reframing that failure. Seeing the data for growth. What is growing? What is doing well in your business? It's not a reflection of self-worth. It's growth, that growth mindset. Believing your abilities. Further developing that dedication. Viewing challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. Mindset shifts of the negative self-talk. This executive goes, I'm just sharing this with you because you're my mentor. But you know what? That's what was going on in his mind. I was like, you need to reframe this. You need to change that this isn't going to happen, or we're not going to hit this target, into how you can. And it's a harsh internal dialogue that you have to overcome. But focus on what you can control. Focus on the effort that you can put in. Focus on the processes you need to go through, rather than fixating on that perfect result. What mindset shifts do you need to take? What actionable steps can you take? Start small, tiny, manageable risks that build your confidence, that desensitize yourself to fear, that fear of failure. Desensitize yourself. Know that it's okay. It's okay to keep trying. It's okay to keep starting over. It's okay to keep learning. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness when you stumble. Think of a friend. Think of your child. You go, it's okay. Get back up again. Try again. Do the same for yourself, just as you would for a friend. Get perspective, whether that's chatting to a mentor, a trusted friend, a team member, because sometimes we can't see the wood for the trees. It just seems to be a big muddle. It just seems to be so dense. But once you start chatting about it with somebody who you trust, somebody who inspires you, somebody who is cheering and rooting for you and will help you see the positives. That helps you get out of the fog. That helps you gain perspective. That helps you remember those insights and the inspiration of why you started. And visualizing success. Don't visualize a failure or what could go wrong. Visualize the success. Visualize that outcome that you want to achieve. Hi, Sula. Hi, Yumi. Visualize all of the things that you want to achieve. Those goals. Mentally walk through them. Again, going back to the Olympics, you see them at the top of that mountain, and they just pause for a minute. And they look down that mountain. And it's almost as if you can see them visualizing that. Oh, to be on the inside of their brain at that moment. They're looking down that mountain. They're visualizing the run they're just about to do to win gold, to get more points, to better themselves, to work towards their goals. And then they do it. And when they achieve it, they smile, their hands are in the air. You know, they have probably been sat there visualizing that moment of achieving and what it feels like for years. The Olympics are only every 4 years. It's a long time to prepare. That's a lot of mindset shifts. It's a lot of mouthset shifts. I saw one of the athletes yesterday go, "You got this. I can do this. Come on." You could read their lips. They were talking to themselves so that they had a positive mouthset. And it's having that support system. Who's in your network? Who's in your support system that helps build you up? Those are the people that you need to speak to. Those are the people that are encouraging you. Those are the people that are helping you get out of your own way. Again, you see that at the Olympics. They get to the bottom of that mountain, and who do they run to? Their friends, their family, their coaches, their loved ones, the people that are there rooting for them. The people that have been through their side, through the good, the bad, the ugly. Those are their support system. Those are the ones that encourage them to take the risks. Those are the ones offering them support. So what key habits do you need to envision, install? What do you need in your life to be the 1%? What key habits? Being a beginner, that lifelong learning, it's okay. Every day we learn something new. Again, I was watching the bobsled. It was a mono bobsled, one person. But listening to the commentary, and they were all learning a new route. Some of them had done it more than once. Some of them were self-funding their journey to the Olympics. But you know what? They were all lifelong learners. They were all learning something new. They were all constantly reflecting on their performance and going, how can we be 1% better? So remember, failure is not failure. It's the first attempt in learning. Having that willingness, having that growth mindset, having that perspective, having that network of people. It might only be one person. It might be 5. It might be 10. But that's why we exist as mentors. That's why I help people around the world globally to be the best version of themselves. Because they know they can do that. And sometimes you just need that cheerleader. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. Bye.